Welcome to Algebra with Jennifer. Today we're going to talk about positive and negative intervals. Positive and negative referring to where on the graph are the y values positive, where on the graph are the y values negative. And we use interval notation to describe where this happens. So let's just give it a whirl here on this first example. I like to start on the negative side of the graph and work my way across. That's just how I like to do it. So I'm going to take a look here on the x-axis at negative infinity, and I'm asking myself, what are the y values doing over there? Well, over here at negative infinity, the y values are actually negative. They're negative values, all of this below the x-axis, right? So I have a negative interval from negative infinity. And notice right here at x equals -1, my graph is neutral there on the x-axis, and then it goes positive. So I am negative from negative infinity until -1. And then right here, my graph goes positive. For this portion, my y values are all positive. So again, I use the x values to describe that. So that would be from -1 until +1. -1 until +1. Then right here, notice it's neutral again, but then the y values become negative once again for this portion, which is from 1 to 3. I'm going to use the union symbol from 1 to 3. And then notice my y values go positive again. And that the arrow implies infinity. So positive again from 3 to infinity. Let's do another example. So for this example, I'm going to use a cubic function. And again, I'm going to start over here at negative infinity. And I ask myself, what are the y values doing when the x values are at negative infinity? Well, this arrow is saying that the y values are down here at negative infinity. So I'm negative from negative infinity, and it's crossing at the origin. And then my graph goes positive over here. This is my positive part of the y-axis, and that means I am now positive from 0 to positive infinity. For my last example, I'm going to use a nice little quadratic. And again, I'm going to start over at negative infinity. And I'm looking at my graph. Well, this time, when my x values are at negative infinity, my y values are at positive infinity. So that means my graph is starting high and it's going low. So I'm starting positive at negative infinity. And notice right here, it's that crossover point. So at -3, it crosses over to be negative. -3, now I'm negative y values for all of this, which means from -3 until +3, my y values are negative. And then right here back at +3, notice my arrows are going up. All of this is in positive y values until positive infinity on the x values. I hope you understand positive and negative intervals now a little better than you did before, and thank you for watching.